Yeah, I mean they present a lot of challenges. They're going to start winning some games in this league this year. Big defense, obviously, and that young kid in net played his best game of his career. Happy for him. I've known him a long time, and yeah, he kind of stood on his head in the first half and the second half, really. But yeah, we just couldn't kind of break open offensively. And to be fair, like we were getting lots of good opportunities, but that's just kind of how the game goes sometimes.
You guys found out no Mitch Desnew, no Challen Rodgers, no Dan Craig. Depth was on full display here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've kind of been dealing with stuff like this all season. Obviously, Tommy and Corb's out a while, and Jubes, and list goes on and on. So it's the old cliche, like kind of next man up. And yeah, we got enough in the dressing room to kind of win on any given night, no matter who's in the lineup. So yeah, it's good to get the result, but yeah, proud of everybody stepping up.
Shay touched on it because no matter who you have back there, it's just so much depth, and there's very little difference in their play.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have great systems, great coaches. That kind of leads to that, but yeah, we got young guys that kind of step in and don't miss a beat, right? And like Noah Kearney obviously hasn't played much defense in his life, not let alone in his NL career so far. So he's been coming in playing awesome the few games he's got, and yeah, I mean we know what we got back there, and when we play the systems, good things happen.
Speaking about the job the defense did, holding a good Vancouver offense to under 10.
Yeah, I mean they got a bunch of good shooters, and they might have outshot us tonight. Like they work hard up there and keep grinding you down, and we did a good job kind of not giving them a ton of repeat possessions, I felt. Even though they were getting lots of shots, we were kind of getting those loose balls, and away we go. So, yeah, it's never easy in this league. Every weekend you're playing 3 or 4 kind of top offensive players in the league. So for us to do that tonight was great.
And tonight also Indigenous Heritage tonight. How beautiful are those jerseys, and playing with some meaning behind tonight's game.
Yeah, the jerseys this year are awesome like usual. It's always a great special night for us here. Heard we raised a lot of money for charities and stuff. So yeah, it's always special to kind of put on a jersey that kind of means more than yourself, you know.
How important was it for you to hold down the fort, especially until the offense got going, and how good were you feeling in the crease?
I was seeing the ball pretty good, obviously in the first half, and then they scored a few, I guess, early in the fourth that kind of tied things up. So, yeah, I mean, it's just NL. You got to kind of grind away, and really, that's just my job to hold the fort, regardless what we're doing on offense. So, the fact it was kind of a tight game, yeah, just more so just doing my job.
A big road trip next weekend, San Diego and Vegas back to back. How do you keep it rolling into next week?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be a tough weekend just on the bodies, but, I mean, we're going to have to play a back-to-back come playoff time if we get in there. So we got to be ready, and, yeah, we obviously got to put a big focus on Friday night, and we can't get 2 without 1. So we're just focused on going into Vegas and doing a job there, and then we'll worry about San Diego.
Yeah, it's been the story of our season so far. Just not really having a good start. I think we start playing good lacrosse when we get a little pissed off. So naturally, maybe we just try and go into each game with a little chip on our shoulder moving forward.
Talk about the resiliency of this group. You have no Mitch Desnew, no Dan Craig tonight. It seemed like you guys didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, having them out, Jubes, Chow, Latrell, Corbs for the beginning of the season. Like there's lots of people out, but we got a good group. We got a deep team. Showed that tonight.
And then tonight was Indigenous Heritage Night. How cool is it to don a jersey with significant meaning behind it and honor the Indigenous roots of this game?
Yeah, it's always amazing. This is my 5th season in the league now, so anytime those games roll around, it's cool to be a part of. I've lived in Canada and the GTA for most of my life. I've always played against Six Nations, Akwesasne, Kahnawake, and all those places. So learning something new about their heritage and their culture every year. So yeah, I think it's a great thing for the sport as well.
What can you say about the work of Rosie tonight to kind of keep things stable until the offense got going?
He's our, not to pun unintended, but he's our rock back there, right? He's so great night in and night out for better part of 12, 13 years now, something like that on his career. So we have full trust in him. and he trusts us just as equally. So it's nice to have a guy back there to rely on like that.
I think part of that slow start too was that team, that other locker room, they had their sticks in your face all night.
Yeah, they're a big team. They're like probably pound for pound, maybe they've got the tallest and heaviest average on at least the D end. So when we're running up against a bunch of guys that are, 6'2" at the very least, 225, 230 pounds, you got to adjust your game a little bit. And they're mean and they're tough. So I think, adjusting our game to kind of match that level of physicality is a good test for us.